Hey Andy, how's your first day going?
Pretty well. I really like the company and the team they put me on is working on a really important project. It feels like everything is going right.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that you feel comfortable, especially after how worried you were.
I know. I don't know why I was so worried, huh?
I can understand. Starting a new job is always going to create a lot of emotion. It's easy to get overwhelmed.
I wasn't overwhelmed. It was just... I've always been good at school, but you know how my jobs have been.
Yeah, but you weren't really interested in those jobs. Now that you're doing something that you love, I'm sure you'll flourish.
Flourish? What am I, a flower?
Yep, my masculine little flower.
You always knew how to make me laugh. Oh, before I forget, they invited me out to dinner, so I'll be home a bit late.
But we had plans for tonight.
I know, but I didn't want to turn them down on the first day. The more networking I do, the better my position will be in the company.
All right, I understand. It's a bit disappointing, but I'll see if Allison wants to use your ticket. She's been saying that I haven't been spending enough time with her lately.
That's a fantastic idea. You really haven't spent much time with your friends. Best to keep up those relationships outside of us.
Yeah, especially since she wants to talk to me about the bachelorette party.
Ah, the infamous bachelorette party. Make sure she doesn't get you involved in something questionable. Your best friend has a penchant for trouble, we know that.
She's been much better about it lately, though. It's been 2 years since she got her last speeding ticket.
I still remember that one time you had to go bail her out of jail because she exposed herself at the club.
Right, I remember. But don't mention that to her. She's mellowed out in her later 20s. And you know she's very ashamed of what happened back then.
My lips are sealed. As long as she doesn't do anything too extreme for your party.
I promise, nothing shady or reckless. At worst, maybe a few strippers and some grinding.
Krista!
I'm just kidding. I think she plans to take all of us hiking and then to a relaxing spa.
Hiking? That doesn't seem like anything Allison would want to do.
I think that her current boyfriend loves it, so she's working on making him happy.
Now, why don't you do things like that? You never want to join me watch sports. Not even when I invite you to a live game.
It's not my thing. Besides, you don't join me when I go to the museum or the theater.
Yeah, I agreed to join you this time.
Yeah, and now something's come up that will keep you from actually going through with that.
It's for work.
I know, and it's fine. I'm sure Allison will enjoy Beetlejuice a lot more than you.
Probably. Oh, break's over. I need to go.
Okay, I love you, Andy.
I love you too.
Hey, Allison. Are you up for some best friend time? Are you talking to me now? I've just been canceled on, so now I have a +1 space available. Oh, should I feel special now being your fiancé's replacement? Oh, don't be like that. You know that I've been stressed lately. Between wedding planning and the problems at work, I'm working over 90 hours a week. Fine, I'll give you that. But I expect a really expensive dinner. You got it. And the tickets are for Beetlejuice. Really? Yes, I've been wanting to see that. I also have some backstage passes, so you'll get a chance to meet them after it's over. You're the best! My, how your tune has changed. Next time, don't invite that boring fiancé of yours. Invite me. I know how to appreciate theater. That's true. It took me forever to convince him to join me for this one. And then he ditches me to hang out with people from work. Oh, I forgot he started his new job today. Yes, he did. And he seems to be doing quite well. That's fantastic. We'll have to celebrate. If I can work sometime in the schedule, I'll set up a get-together that isn't wedding planning related. That would be fantastic. For tonight, let's just enjoy a great dinner, talk bachelorette party, then enjoy a bit of music. Sounds good to me. When will you pick me up? Fine, I'll take care of driving. Just promise not to drink too much because I do not want to spend the musical watching you. I haven't gotten that drunk in nearly a year, which is why I know it is more likely. I suppose you're right. You watch my alcohol intake and I'll party. It will be like old times. See you at 6:30.
We've been invited to an event happening next month.
Wow, really? You must really be making a great impression on your team.
I am. And I think they'll love you. All of their wives have been really successful, so they're excited to meet you. Especially after that last release you had. They're so thrilled to meet the project manager of a project they've heard of.
Hopefully they aren't going to want to talk about it. Most of that stuff is still very much under wraps.
I'm sure they'll be happy just to hear about how the project went, and what it was you did that helped drive that success.
I guess I could talk about it. I would prefer to talk about other things, though. It will feel a bit like work talking about it outside of work.
Oh, come on. It will really help me.
If you ask really, really nicely.
Please, Krista, please impress my coworkers to help me.
Okay, since you asked so nicely.
Thanks, babe. I gotta go.
Okay, have fun. Don't forget to send the details about when and where we're going.
Oh, I plan to show up with you.
That's fine, but I still need to plan for it. You know, to make sure it's on my schedule and that I know when to get home so that I can be ready in time.
Oh, right.
Have a fantastic day and see you later for dinner. I love you.
Love you too.
Hi, Andy. We need to talk about something.
Sorry, babe, but I can't step away from work. I'm waiting for a few email responses, so I know what they need me to do with the new direction the project is taking.
Okay, we don't have to talk.
Thanks. I want to make sure I'm available when they need me.
I get it. Despite the success of my last project, the company is still struggling. To try to fix their problem, they're laying off my entire division.
What do you mean they're laying off your entire division?
What we do comes with a lot more risks, so they've been trying to sell the department for a while now.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did. I think you were probably distracted by your new job.
Are you accusing me of not caring?
What? No! I'm just saying we talked about it, but you were clearly preoccupied, and understandably so.
Are you sure you talked about it with me? Because I'm pretty sure I would have questions if you did.
Yeah, I'm sure we talked about it. Don't worry about it, though. I understand why you were distracted.
I'm not sure I believe you, but I forgive you if you don't.
Okay, thanks.
So if you've known for a while, have you been looking for a new job?
Yes, I've definitely been looking. That's what I've been doing when we talk in the evenings.
You should have told me. I could have helped you.
I asked you to help, but you said that you needed to work on your new project.
Are you sure?
Yes, you were very focused. I'm pretty sure that you've barely heard anything I've told you lately. That's why I've been emailing you the dates for our wedding plans.
Oh, I wondered why you were emailing me more often.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was on your calendar.
Thanks. I'll look over the plans to see if they'll work with my new schedule.
You realize that our wedding is only a few months away, right?
Yes, I do. But I think with you being newly unemployed, we may need to reevaluate everything.
What do you mean, reevaluate everything?
I've gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, love you.
Hi, Krista.
Hey, Andy. Is everything okay?
No, it's not.
Do you need help with your resume?
What? I'm not the one who's unemployed.
Oh, I thought since you're at work that you were having some trouble.
My work is going fantastic. Thanks for the assumption that I'm screwing up.
I didn't say that. Just usually when you're having trouble at work, you need me to help you.
You are the problem, Krista.
Wait, what?
I start this job earning a lot of money, and suddenly you're unemployed just before we get married.
I'm not any happier about it than you are.
Sure, that's what you've said, but you didn't warn me that any of this was coming.
I did tell you.
You say that now, but I would remember if you had told me about that. It's important for our future.
Look, I know that you've been under a lot of stress lately, but so have I. I just lost the job I love.
And the timing is just a little too convenient, don't you think?
How was the timing convenient?
Because once we're married, you'll be able to stay at home, living off of my hard work.
I wouldn't do that. I love working.
Sure, that's what you say now, but I know that you're planning on staying home.
No, I'm not planning on that at all.
Of course you are. After helping me through school and finding a job, you think that I owe it to you. Now you plan to spend the rest of your life just being lazy.
What are you talking about?
You worked for 5 years, investing that time in me. Now you want to spend the rest of your life not working at all.
Andy, that is not what is happening here. I've been job hunting ever since I found out.
Right. If that were true, why are you still unemployed then?
Because it's not like I can snap my fingers and magically make a job appear for me. It took about a year for you to find a job after you graduated. You should know.
That's not the same and you know it.
Yes, it is. You should know that it isn't easy.
You're just making excuses. Now you want a year to find a job? Then, whoops, you're pregnant. And now you can't go back to work for another year. I know what you plan to do.
I have no plans to do any of that.
I don't believe you. I don't trust you. So I'm dumping you.
What?
And just to make sure you understand that we're done, I've been sleeping with Allison.
You what?
So don't bother trying to get back with me. I'm done with you and your bait and switch.
I cannot believe you.
Believe it. I'll never marry you.
If you've been sleeping with my best friend, there's not a chance in hell I would ever let you touch me again, let alone marry me.
Good. So we're on the same page then. And since you screwed up in the relationship, you get to let everyone know that the wedding is off and cancel everything.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take care of everything. I wouldn't trust you with anything important anyway.
I have no problem handling important tasks. What I won't do is clean up your mess. Have a nice life.
Allison, I have a question for you. I'm working on the party planning. You don't need to worry about a thing. That's not what I wanted to ask. Oh, what is it then? Are you sleeping with Andy? What? Why would you ask that? Here's a screenshot of my last conversation with him. I can't believe that he would tell you like that, but yeah, we've been sleeping together. WTF? You worked all of the time and you didn't want to live with him. You were neglecting him just as much as you neglected me, so we bonded over that. Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. What? That's ridiculous. It's called consequences, Allison. I can't believe that I've been sticking up for you all of this time. Glad I'm not gonna waste any more time on either of you. Oh, please, we've been friends forever. I know that you aren't ditching me. I'll talk to you when you calm down. Then we can think about how to get back at Andy for dumping you. Not going to happen. And just so you know, I sent a screenshot of your confession about screwing my ex to Nathan. Why would you do that? I love Nathan! Apparently not enough to be faithful. He deserves to know that you've not changed at all. I'll never forgive you for this! I really don't care. You cheated with my fiancé, and now I don't want anything to do with you either. I hate you, Krista! You're such a... just like Andy always said. Well, now you two can screw in the open. You'll love his coworkers. They're incredibly judgmental and condescending. Just your kind of people. Good luck.
Hey, Krista. Are you joining us for the trip today?
You bet. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I've been learning for months now, so I'm ready to see if I can hang glide on my own.
That's the spirit.
Hopefully you guys will contact my parents if I end up getting myself killed.
Ah, so you are a worst scenario person, huh?
Not at all. I'm a plan for any scenario kind of person. That includes both the worst case scenario and the best.
And what's the best case scenario for this trip?
That it is followed by 50 years of similar great times.
That does sound like a great case. But I think I can come up with something even better.
Really?
One of my buddies has a project management position open at High Flyers, Inc. I know that your contract just wrapped, so I told him I knew someone.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all. If you're interested, I'm sure he'll love you. And it's a permanent position if you want it.
That would be a dream come true. They were the company that inspired me to go into the field.
I know, and you'll fit in there so well.
That is the best case scenario.
What?
Ending a dream vacation with a dream job?
Well, I hope so. We'll be there in an hour. Make sure you're ready. And in the meantime, send over your resume and I'll get it over to him.
Dylan, you're the best.
Hey, Krista. Thought that enough time had passed that we might be able to have a civil conversation.
Who is this?
Sorry, it's Andy.
Oh, what do you want?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What do you want?
I saw you on the news recently. It looks like you moved and have a fantastic position now. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. What do you want?
What makes you think I want anything?
Experience?
I just wanted to catch up, see how you're doing, you know? Maybe if you've been missing me as much as I've missed you.
Go screw Allison. I don't have any desire to do anything with you, and I've missed you as much as a bad cold.
Don't be like that. We had such a great thing going. We owe it to ourselves to see if we can work things out.
What are you suggesting?
How about I come out and see you? We can spend a weekend together, see where things go.
What about Allison?
Nathan took her back, so we decided to break it off. I haven't talked to her in over a year.
It's been a lot longer since we broke up.
Well, you know what she's like. Wild and fun. Kind of like a drug. I couldn't just stop sleeping with her.
Lovely.
I know, I'm not as strong as you. I realize that now. And I regret what happened between us.
I'll tell you what. I'll pay for you to come out this weekend.
You haven't even asked me about my job. Aren't you curious about that?
We can talk when you get here. Can you make it this Friday?
Yeah, I'll let them know that I need Friday off for an emergency. Are we going to spend the weekend at your place? Catching up, if you know what I mean.
We'll see what happens when you get here. Verify that you can get the day off and I'll send you the details.
Thank you so much, Krista. I knew that we were meant to be together. I love you.
Hope to see you Friday.
What the hell just happened? What's this box? Where are you going? I thought we were gonna spend the weekend having sex.
That's a lot of questions, but I think I can field them all. I just rejected your request to get back together because I've learned that you aren't worth the emotions. Second, that box is full of your junk. You never picked it up and I'm sick of holding on to it for you. Finally, I wouldn't let you touch me if you were the last human on the planet.
I came all this way here for you to pull this crap? You're unbelievable.
What's unbelievable is dumping your fiancé based on your own insecurities, and then telling said ex that you've been sleeping with her best friend. What I did is a justifiable reaction to the audacity to think I would ever want anything to do with you.
You could have just told me that.
Until you were humiliated, you would have kept trying, because you don't understand the difference between persistence and harassment.
What you did is absolutely evil.
I think you've still beat me by a wide mile on that one. What you pulled was far worse.
It was 2 years ago. You should have gotten over it by now.
I lost over 10K on the wedding you made me cancel. Ultimately, it was worth it, but damn, that was a hard way to learn that lesson.
So what am I supposed to do now? I took the day off and told them I was gonna win my fiancé back. How am I supposed to talk to my coworkers about this?
What you tell your coworkers is really of no concern to me. As for what you should do, I put a plane ticket on top of the stuff inside the box.
I threw the box away.
Well, you better go back and get it.
Why didn't you tell me in the beginning?
I didn't think you'd be irrational enough to just chuck it. I can't predict what stupidity you'll get up to.
You're blaming me for this?
I don't really care who's to blame. I'm going on vacation and really don't care what happens to you next. Go get the box, don't go get the box, and spend your own money for a plane ticket back. Your choices are irrelevant to my life.
I'll get you back for this.
You can try.
You know how good I am when I put my mind to something. And believe me, you're getting all of my attention now.
Ew, gross. I definitely don't want you in my life.
Well, too bad. I'm gonna make you pay. And then you'll realize you messed with the wrong man.
And send. Thank you, Andy. I just sent your threats to the police. It should allow me to get some kind of order against you. Or at the very least, if you try anything, I've got proof that you've threatened me.
What the? When did you become so cruel?
Good luck. Have a great flight back. By the time Andy returned to where he had checked the box, it had already been taken by someone, leaving him having to go buy his own ticket home. He ended up stuck at the airport for 8 hours before getting a flight home. He used that time telling all of his family and friends what Krista had done. When she arrived at her destination, she had dozens of texts and emails. Having anticipated this, she finally told everyone what had happened 2 years earlier. She had kept it secret because she had been so ashamed. Now that he was trying to make her look bad, Krista wanted them to understand that what she did was mostly to make sure the door was closed. Most of the people apologized to her. Allison tried to reach out to her former friend, angry that Krista had not only exposed her role in Krista's relationship breaking up, but in letting everyone know that she and Andy had continued to have sex. Nathan dumped her. In her rage, she attacked him. After a couple of nights in jail, she found herself having to move back in with her parents because Nathan wouldn't even talk to her, and he was pressing charges. Krista blocked her former friend, and she hasn't heard from her since. Andy ended up trying to hire someone to hurt Krista. Fortunately, she had hired someone to monitor him. She had more than tripled her pay in the 2 years. Once he started planning, the cops had gotten involved. After he made the first payment, he was arrested. Soon he was fired from his job. The last Krista heard, he was awaiting trial for what he had done. Krista could finally look forward to her future.